Hi everybody, Lauren here from Anita Good Design. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes just to get on in, but this is our live stitch out for hand sanitizer pouches. Happy New Year. It is 2021. Woo! All right, so I am so excited. We have a great stitch out today. It is perfect for us in the new year. All right, so again, we're stitching out live hand sanitizer pouches. So as you are coming in, just say hello, give me a shout out, let me know where you're joining us from. I am just really excited to be here. Hello, Happy New Year, Miss Donna. And of course, my eyes are not great, so I have to lean forward. Hello, Miss Deb, Miss Diana. Welcome. We are here for our first stitch out of 2021. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Ooh, lots of people joining us. Hello. Ooh, I'm excited. We are ready for our stitch out today. Everybody's coming in hot. Hello. Pat and Gina. Hello, Patty, Phyllis. Hello. Lots of friends joining us today. Oh my gosh. So as you are joining us and you're coming into the room, I'm not going to start for a couple minutes. I just want to let you all know we are stitching out the hand sanitizer pouches from our January 2021 all access release. These are found on our webpage as well, AnitaGoodDesign.com. So if you are not all access yet, then you can get this as well. Again, it's going to be hand sanitizer pouches. Hello, Miss Jody from Southern Sierra. Hello. Oh, Miss Jody, nice to see you. All right. We are going to stitch out design number 2 today. And again, if you are just joining us, I'm going to repeat this before I get started. Okay. We are going to stitch out design number 2, but this is 2 files. So we're getting a little fancy. A little bit more challenging here, but it's really a very basic stitch out. You guys are going to love this. It's a great project. You can make these for yourselves, for your friends, for your family. If you are a small business and you like to sell, you can always sell these as well because they are hot to trot. So let me show you what we are making. This is the actual design that we are making today. Let me hold it up here in my, here we go. Keep calm, this way. Keep calm and sanitize. How cute is this? So it's a little sanitizer holder. Okay, this is the design that we're gonna start stitching out today. This is what I'm stitching out with you all. But let me show you some other ones that come in this collection because they are adorbs. Keeping it clean since COVID-19. All right, you know we love a good pun and a rhyme here at Anita Good Design. So again, these are for your sanitizers, little holders. Now, if you have those small little round sanitizers, they're not going to work. You need the more square, rectangular ones here. But look at these. Here's ones for your little ones, okay, for your children or your grandbabies. Here's some unicorns. Look at how great this embroidery is. So these all come in the same collection, but again, today we are stitching the Keep Calm and Sanitize. This one says, spread kindness, not germs. I love it, right? 2021, spread kindness, not germs. Yes, please. And then here's some that are a little bit more sophisticated. So there really is something for everybody in this collection. Here's a great little patriotic eagle. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, here's just an embroidery design as well. Miss Diana, I'm loving these too. You know, I'm gonna have to make a couple for myself, throw them in my purse, leave them for work, all the good things, right? Great grandchildren too, yes, great grandchildren. Love the unicorns, I love it. So welcome, oh my gosh, you all are just, I love how many people are joining us today. So again, if you have not met me before, or I have not met you per se, my name is Lauren. I am from Anita Good Design. I am an educator here. I also help a lot with these videos. A lot of times you probably hear me in the background because I actually help to set up all of these live stitch outs and really a lot of things that we do on camera. So I'm usually, you know, the mystery wizard behind the curtain that you don't see. But today I actually have Elise with me from my marketing team. So she is my backup player. So if you hear somebody, that is her in the background. So we are the Lean Machines, right? We are the tag team today for this live stitch out. So I'm going to give everybody 1 more minute, okay, just to get yourself organized. So we are stitching out, again, the hand sanitizer pouches. We are going to stitch out design number 2, which is keep calm and sanitize. However, if you're stitching with me and you want to start loading your machine up, okay, you want to make sure that you start with the back design. So there's 2 designs in this, or 2 parts, 2 design files for this collection, and it's all of them are made the same way. No matter which design you pick on the front, they are all made exactly the same way. So we always are going to make the front first, okay? All right, the front first. Welcome everybody just joining us. I'm sorry. Look at, I'm reading and I'm saying the wrong things. You want to load your back design first. Look at here. You can tell it's just the beginning of the year and I've been on vacation a couple days, right? Okay. So what you want to do is we are starting off with wash away stabilizer. I have 2, let me see where you can see this, 2 layers. All right. When we use wash away stabilizer, we do typically start with 2 layers and it just strengthens the stabilizer and the design. So yes, so there is a back design file. So when you have this collection and you see all your design files, like this, the front of this one, the keep calm and sanitize, is the design file is HSP2. You want to load HSP back. Okay, and it's basically the back of this. That's what we're stitching out, is the back of your sanitizer pouch first. All right, so it's really important because we're gonna make the back of this, put it to the side, make the front of it in a whole new hooping, and then attach the 2 together. All right, so it's a 2-step process here, and I know we haven't done this live yet, but I know you're ready for the challenge and I'm ready for the challenge because I have to do this live with you. So if I make any mistakes, I can't hide it, okay? So again, you want to start with the back of the design very first. That's what we're going to start with first. Again, 2 pieces of wash away stabilizer. It's just to strengthen your stitch out, okay? And I have a 5x7 hoop here. I know the angle that we're at the hoop looks really big, but it's not. It's just a 5x7 hoop, but you can use 5x7 or larger, okay? So again, we're going to start with the back file first, okay? And we have 2 sets of directions here. As always, if you're new to us, then let me explain these to you. So we have, I have to come up, it's a different angle. So I have my step-by-step directions here. These are my numbered steps. These are my personal favorite because it tells you every single step you need to take, and then the numbers match the numbers on your machine as well. So it really helps keep you on track. But then we also have our picture directions, okay? And then you can see here in my picture directions, it says stitching the back. All right, so that, again, that's what we're going to start with. Our directions tell you all of that. It gives you a list of supplies that you need as well, because I know some of you like to join us and you like to just watch the educator stitch it out, and then you go back and then you can watch this again, and then you'll stitch around with me, okay? And that's fine. So either or, we have 2 sets of directions for you. They're really, really great to kind of help you through this project, all right? And for those of you, if this is your first time joining us live, we will ping this entire video to our Facebook page. It will stay up there. So if you are coming in late or have to leave early, or you just want to rewatch it, it stays on our Facebook page, and you can watch it as many times as you want, because I know you all miss me, right? Because I miss you too. All right, so let's get stitching. And then what you can see here is this is my hoop. So you can see exactly what is happening here. So step 1 is a placement stitch. So I'm going to run my placement stitch. Here we go. Everything's all set already. I have my file loaded. Again, this is the back file for this. What is the size of the ribbon you use? So the ribbon, there is a ribbon portion that we'll get to towards the end. And it is, we suggest 2 inches, but as always, you know, that can vary however long you want your loop to be, okay? So that is what I do. Okay, we have my placement stitch here. So at this point, I'm going to take my fabric and I'm going to place it on top. All right, so here we go. And I'm using this really pretty navy cotton. So I have a navy thread in here to match. All right, because with my tack downs, I typically want your tack down stitches to blend with your fabric. This way, once we do turn it right side out, we don't have any contrasting fabrics. As always, please watch your fingers, but you do want your fabric nice and taut, nice and flat, okay? You can always use tape, which is always best practice. Don't look at me. But, you know, we tend to stitch when nobody else is watching us. So we kind of live life on the edge here. Okay, so my next step, it's going to say here, place your desired base fabric right side facing up over the placement stitch, being sure to cover it. Now, once it tacks it down, and this is in the direction, so make sure you're really being careful with this one. What you need to do is you want to leave a 1/2 inch on the sides, the left and the right of your stitch out. Okay, so when I trim this, because my fabric's definitely bigger than I need, I want to leave a 1/2 inch seam allowance on the left and the right, meaning when it's time to trim, I'm going to only trim the top and the bottom tight to that tack down stitch. Okay, so that's really important. Again, both sets of directions. My numbered steps is definitely going to tell you that, and then my pictured steps is going to show you that. All right, now I'm going to take this out, and it is a little challenging for you to see me trim. I'm going to show you what this looks like once I'm done trimming. And I do need you all to not make fun of my trimming, because when I am chatting live and teaching, I'm always trying to do this kind of quicker than I normally would. I would definitely put a little bit more focus in on my trimming. So it may be, you know, a little subpar, but you all will understand and get it, okay?
We have a follow-up question about the ribbon.
Yes.
Joanna's asking, I know the loop is 2 inches.
Yeah.
What size of ribbon? 3/4 an inch or 3/8 an inch?
That is totally preference. So the question was, what size, like basically the width of the ribbon, do we use? And that's honestly preference. It does not make a difference, because the loop is there for you to be able to hook maybe your keys on there or something like that. So it honestly really is more of a preference for you. You just don't want a really large one, but let me see. I think I have my ribbon roll here. I believe that mine that I'm using is, let me see. I'm going to guess. It's the thumb. I bet you it's a 1/2 inch. It's about the width of my thumb, about a 1/2 inch. Don't know. Again, guesstimate here. Guesstimate. Yep. Question? More questions?
Tori also asked, can you repeat directions for trimming?
Yes. So for your trimming, the question was, can I repeat the directions for the trimming? So when you're trimming this, and it's going to be easier, let me show you. Okay. And again, no laughing at my trimming here, my friends. Oh boy. Here we go. It looks like I may have chewed it, but okay. Oh, here we go. When I'm trimming, okay, you want to trim tight to the bottom and tight to the top. You want to leave that 1/2 inch seam allowance on the left and the right. Okay, now I left definitely more than a 1/2 inch seam allowance, but that's okay. But the big thing is you're going to trim tight to the top and bottom, and then leaving that 1/2 inch seam allowance on the left and the right, because this is going to be a project that flips right side out. And eventually a satin stitch is going to come for the top and the bottom. Now, don't forget, all of these directions come in your file. So you have everything I'm verbally saying to you, you're going to have, okay? So if you need to reference your directions, then absolutely no fret on that. Now, my next step is going to be, let me flip my page here, is a placement stitch for my Velcro. All right, so I'm going to run that. Here we go. And my placement stitch is now running. Now this is, it says in my directions, it's for the loop side of your Velcro. So I'm going to tell you a little secret because I feel like that's what this is all about, is tips and tricks. It really does not make a difference if you put the loop down or the hook down, okay? What makes the difference is as long as you use opposites when you create this. You need one hook and one loop. So the loop, okay, if you're somebody who says, I don't know what the loop is, I didn't know this when I first started here. The loop, when you're looking, here we go, when you're looking at your Velcro or feeling it, it really is more texture. The loop side is definitely softer, okay? The hook side definitely is what I'm gonna call scratchier and rougher. You can kind of even hear the difference, okay? So if you're somebody that needs to know that, the loop is the soft and the hook is the scratchier side. But it really does not matter. If you put your hook down here, then the next time we put our next Velcro down, you just want to put the loop on that. I'm going to place my Velcro, my loop covering that placement stitch on all sides. All right. And then I'm going to also place it right side up. Make sure the loop side is up. I lost my thought there. Okay. Now I'm going to put this down. Now, best practice, here we are. Best practice is that you use your tape. Okay, but I'm gonna watch really carefully. I'm gonna hold it, and let me stop this really quickly. If you have a baby lock or a brother machine, okay, here is a machine tip and trick that I'm gonna teach you, okay, because sometimes we need to make sure that we have enough Velcro or we have a good placement, all right, on your machine. When you push this button to start it and you hold it down, notice I am not lifting my finger. I am continuously holding this button down. It is going to stitch, but it's going to stitch slow and controlled. So if you want to double check your placement, or you're like me living life on the edge without tape, this is what it's going to do for you. And then when I let go of it, it's going to go back to the normal speed that you have it set at. And I teach events all over the place, and it is something that I have noticed a lot of people didn't know about their machine. Now, other machines, I'm not so sure if that feature is on there, but definitely check your instruction book or check with your dealer and see if they have any tips or tricks for you on that. But it really does help us here. Now, I ran my placement stitch. I ran my tacking stitch. My Velcro is now tacked down. So what I'm going to do is trim my Velcro. Okay. So I'm going to take this out. Again, I know it's a little challenging for you. Well, you can't see. Surprise. But I am going to trim this. Now, your Velcro is definitely a thicker material. So you want to use scissors that maybe are not your fabric scissors, because they could definitely dull them a little bit too. So you want to be careful with that. But I love the little snip scissors because it really does allow you to get right in tight to that tack down line of the Velcro. The only thing is, for all of my superior cutters, which we have seen I am not, is that you want to really be careful to not pop the stitches of the Velcro, because that tack down stitch is the only thing that is holding the Velcro down. There is no like satin stitch that's going to come around that Velcro. So you do want a nice neat trim, which I'm working on over here. There's a reason I'm not showing you my trim. And then yes, there's no satin stitch. So you just want to make sure that you can get close to that tack down without popping those stitches. So as I'm cutting and you all are just watching me here, or you're trimming yourself, I just want to wish you all, I hope everybody had a very happy new year. I hope everybody had a great holiday season, right? And we are in 2021, just ready to roll. So I thank you for joining us today, at Anita Good Design. We are small business here. We are the entire company is right around 40, 45 people. And we really appreciate you all and your loyalty and joining us. So thank you. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for loving our projects and our team and supporting us. You guys are just so sweet. And I know for those of you that go to our events, we've been really missing you all live and in action, but we're hoping 2021 will be back. Okay. All right. So now I have trimmed my Velcro. Okay. So I am all set here. Now on my directions, I'm not stitching anything yet. I just trimmed my Velcro, and on my directions, it says flip to the back of the hoop. So I have to do that. I need to flip to the back of my hoop because let me see if I can get you to see this. This is where I need to now add my back piece of fabric. Okay. So I'm going to take my second piece of fabric. This one I'm going to cut a little smaller. I left it a little large in my pre-planning. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my back fabric and some tape, and I'll show you this once I'm done, because this is how we're going to attach the fabric to the back. So here you go. You can kind of see it. I know it's hard here. Let me show you this way. Hello. Two cameras for a reason. Okay. Now, I always put my tape on the top and the bottom of my fabric because when you slide it in, that top piece tends to be what folds down. So what you want to make sure you do is really gently make sure that tape is all smoothed down and your fabric is nice and tight on there too, because you don't want to put your hoop back in and then that fabric slide over, which of course just did because I touched it with my hands. So let me fix this. See, us here at Anita Good Design, you always think that we're perfect. We have the same issue sometimes you all have at home. Okay, so now I'm going to slide this in. Now again, I have that back fabric on the back of my hoop, and I always again just give it a nice little smooth press down, make sure that tape is sticking and my fabric looks and appears to be in place. I'm going to put that down, put my foot down, and here we go. So now this is the tacking stitch. This is tacking the back fabric to the front fabric. All right. I'm flipping my directions here. On to the next. All right. Now, in case you haven't noticed, our tack down stitches, these go around 2 times. And the purpose of that is to really get a nice tight tack down stitch. All right. So that's really, really important. There we go. Now, my directions. Here we go. Back at it. All right. So now, our next step here is to trim out the back fabric the same exact way, okay? The same exact way that we trimmed the front. So we are going to, you can see this because of the stitching, I'm sure I'm in the light here. So you're going to trim tight to the top and the bottom and then leave that 1/2 inch seam allowance on the left and the right, okay? So trim tight on the top and the bottom and leave 1/2 inch seam allowance on the sides. Miss Elise, do we have any questions that I can answer?
Somebody just asked us, I came in late, how heavy of a stabilizer did you use?
So I am using a wash away stabilizer for this, but I am using 2 layers for safety, okay? And I would say this is probably like a medium weight. It's not a very thick or heavy stabilizer because we're not going to wash out the entire project, but you will want to kind of rinse off the sides, and we'll talk about that in a little bit here too.
And then we have a follow-up question asking, is this inside the first stitching?
is this inside the first stitching? So what I'm working on, the question is this inside the first stitching? So I do apologize if I'm not answering this correctly, but there are 2 files for this project. There's the back file and the front file. And what you're gonna do is take this part, what we're stitching out right now is the back of, get it in here, the back of your sanitizer pouch. So we're making the back, and then we'll make the front, and then what we do is attach the back to the front, okay? And also, so everybody knows, if we don't get to your specific question out loud, because I know a lot of people have different skill levels and things like that, we do go back through after this wraps up, and we will answer your questions for you. So if I don't hit it here live, please know that I'll go back through and try to answer them for you as well, okay? So all trimmed up, I trimmed my back. I have my top and my bottom trimmed tightly, 1/2 inch seam allowance on the left and the right, and that's both the front, the top, and the bottom, okay? More questions, Elise?
Somebody just asked if you've already put the ribbon in.
Nope, the ribbon does not come until the second file, and I'll walk you through that. Okay, I promise I'm not going to do anything that I don't tell you I'm doing. So you'll see it together. Okay, and again, this is what's really important about making sure that you're following your directions. I know I am guilty of it as well, as I like to follow just what I see my screen. Okay, and then sometimes I'm like, oh darn it, I don't know if I was supposed to do that. So make sure you're reading our directions. These machines are wonderful, and they definitely guide us and tell us what to do. But you do want to make sure that you are following the directions, okay? I know sometimes the directions take the fun out of it sometimes, but we have the best directions around. So we really try to help you all through this so that once I go home and you're on your own, you can make these. But it's great because this video is going to really walk you through how to make all of these, not just the Keep Calm and Sanitize on. My eyeballs, I really probably should have had glasses on today. Okay. Yes, so I think it's Miss Charlene. This video is going to be posted on our website, okay? Hang on, sorry for everybody. My computer likes to do fun things. Here we go, sorry. It is going to be posted on our website, on our Facebook page, so you can rewatch this as many times as you'd like. I know some of you.
It will also be on our YouTube as well.
Okay, and so I know some of you want to rewatch this. It will also be on our YouTube station as well. Okay, so you can find me. You can find me anywhere. Hello, Miss Nancy from Idaho. Welcome. When you embroider the front. There's a question, when do you embroider the front? We're not there yet. We're just on the back, okay? So that's file 2. Now, we are done with this one, okay? So what I'm going to do is take this out, and the directions are going to tell you, okay, to trim it out. Let me show you up here. So you're going to trim this out all the way around. Make sure you leave your 1/2 inch seam allowance, okay? Now, I'm going to do that first, and then I'll tell you your next directions. So this is wash away stabilizer. So what you want to do with the wash away stabilizer is we like to use either like those large Q-tips or those large sponge wands, and you want to use hot water, and you just want to touch around the edges, especially around the satin stitches, because obviously if you cut too close, you're going to pop those stitches, right? So what you want to do is just trim closely, but not so close that you pop your satin stitches, all right? You want to be careful. And then you want to leave your 1/2 inch seam allowance around the left and the right. Okay, and then what you're going to do, because I'm not going to do that live for time purposes, because then what I like to do is also dry it before I use it for stitching, okay? So you're just going to see a little bit of my stabilizer in this project, but it will be fine, okay? Now, let me cut this a little bit more. And the reason you want to leave that 1/2 inch seam allowance, and of course you can bring it down to a 1/4 inch, we don't mind. The reason you want to leave that is because this is a project that's going to be flipped right side out, and you don't want kind of all those little pieces and fringes that you get from cotton when you trim it close and tight. So this is going to give you that really nice smooth edge once you trim it. So this is my back, okay? This has my little loop Velcro on it. The back of the back is plain. There's nothing exciting on here, but I need to push it to the side. So let me show it to you up close a little bit. Here we go. Okay, very exciting. But you can see what I'm talking about. My satin stitch came on my top and my bottom, okay? And then all I did was I trimmed as close as I could here to get it out without getting close to those satin stitches. And then what you would do is you would take your hot water and your sponge or your Q-tip, and you would just touch up here and down here just to kind of remove those. All right, this is not one that you want to really rinse the entire final piece because sometimes with the wash away stabilizer, it will shrink and then your fabric kind of pulls in and even your Velcro might get kind of gunky from the stabilizer from washing it, and it may not stick and work once the project is finished. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. Here we go. We are on to, let me switch over my directions. We are on to the front, okay? So now what we need to do, let me get myself organized here. Okay, so now what we need to do is I am going to load the design for the front. And again, we are doing, I'm doing the Keep Calm and Sanitize. So I'm going to go back into my machine. I have to load that next file, okay, and set it and get ready to roll. And now I'm also moving on to my step-by-step directions here, down here. So these are my new step-by-step directions. I'm going to hoop new stabilizer. I'm going to do the same as I did for the back. I'm going to hoop 2 pieces of wash away stabilizer for security. Okay, now again, if you like to live life on the edge and you want to do 1 piece, go for it. We haven't tested it. We just with wash away, sometimes if there's a lot of embroidery, that it tends to tear away the stabilizer and you have to band-aid it. Okay, can you use tear away stabilizer? If you would like to use tear away stabilizer, I really don't see why that would be an issue for you. And I know a lot of times we tell people, especially when I travel, that often, not always, but often the wash away and the tear away are interchangeable. The only thing that you would have to really think about with your tear away is sometimes it leaves those little furs. So you're going to want to either, like use a match, or if you're using dark fabric, maybe use a black tear away. That would help as well. Okay, but this one, we just wanted a little bit of a cleaner finish, and which is why we went with the wash away stabilizer. Okay, so we now have, I'm sure you can see this on my machine a little bit. I want you guys to have like the best view possible here. Okay, so now we're going to run my very first stitch for the front. And this is going to be the placement stitch. So let's get ready to roll. And notice the fun part is with this one is I have not even changed my thread yet. So I love it. Okay. With not just run the lining steps. Could you make it with vinyl? I don't see why that would be an issue. I think that would probably look really cute, especially if you got like sparkly vinyl. I think that would be adorable. I don't see why that would be an issue. I was even thinking this would be really cute in a denim, like a light denim. So you can really play with your fabrics with this. And always, as always, we always like to tell you this, if you do something different, make yours different, send us pictures. We love to see your creations. Okay. And also, I think I forget, did I mention that this collection's $10 off? I have not mentioned this, Elise. Oh my. Okay, so I'm just going to tack down my fabric here. So this collection is called Hand Sanitizer Pouches. It is a project collection, so it is normally $34.95. But what we've done is we have put this on sale for you. Okay, and the sale ends at the end of tonight. So it's going to be midnight or 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So for my West Coasters or my international friends, make sure you get on that computer ASAP if you still want this design collection. Now, it just released in January of 2021 in our All Access. So if you are an All Access member, you have this, okay? Oh, Miss Peggy, you love watching. Thank you for joining. We love you guys being here with us, okay? Yeah, so you can hop on our website. If you've never been to our website before, it's anitagooddesign.com. And this specific collection is is on the front, what we call the slider. So when you open it up, it's right kind of in the big pink box right on the beginning. There's a link that you can click. It says shop, and it'll take you right to this collection, all right? Now, we have tacked down my front fabric here, okay? And again, this design or shape is a little bit different because this one is going to have that wraparound part that holds your sanitizer bottle. So that is in here. Now, in the directions, again, be very, very careful with this. When you're trimming, you're going to trim just like we did with the back. So you want to trim tight to the top, tight to the bottom, including your little strap here, and then leaving that 1/2 inch seam allowance on the sides. All right, so I'm going to trim, and then I'm going to keep chatting as well, okay? You know what, Elise? We have been working really hard, and thus far, knock on wood, have been successful. So why don't we give away a prize? What do you think?
Well, shoot, I don't see why not.
I think so, yeah. So I'm ready to give away a prize. So I have this really great special edition. It's one of my favorites, and I feel like seeing it as it's January, it's a great time to give this one away. It is called Perpetual Calendar, and you essentially can make and customize your own calendar. And then you have the dates on there that you can change, the day of the week. You have little holidays. There's frames. There's, the little blocks. But how cute is this collection? Let me show you some of the things that come in here. So there we go. So with this, if you want to win this, you are going to write 2021 because it is the new year. New calendars are needed, okay? And then you can just change them out with the months. And of course, we have the directions in here so you know how to do this and all the materials, okay? I'm probably making you dizzy. I'm sorry. Let me just show you the front of this. Here's February. That's our sample. So these are great if you have, a teacher in your life. How fun. So 2021, we're going to pick somebody at random, but I'm going to keep cutting over here because, again, you know what a disaster this is going to be. So again, if you are joining us late, this is hand sanitizer pouches. It is regularly $34.95 on sale, $10 off until 11:59 p.m. tonight. And what else? What else do I need to tell you all? So this project really is, as I mentioned in the very, very beginning, this is great. I feel like we're all carrying our little sanitizers around. Keeping it healthy and safe. All right, so that is what this project is all about. And there are the cutest little sayings. We know that you all like the cheeky little sayings. So we have a couple that is just embroidery designs, a couple with some fun sayings on there. Okay. Keep calm and sanitize on. This needs to say keep calm and trim on. All right, you all are making me nervous. But I hope everybody had a great holiday. I know I really did. I got to enjoy some time with my family and my nephews. I have 2 little nephews. They are 10 and 11, and they are very fun, very rambunctious little boys. And we had a great time. Lots of food. I feel like these New Year's resolutions this year with us all being home so much, baking a lot, eating a lot. I'm like, ooh. I have my elastic waist work pants on today. So we are hoping for good things in 2021.
All right, I think we have our first winner.
Oh, we have our winner. Okay, so we have our Perpetual Calendar winner. Who is it, Miss Elise?
It is Miss Kathleen Tripp.
Miss Kathleen Tripp, you are our winner. All right, Miss Kathleen. Once we're all done, if you want to get on Facebook Messenger and you can ping us your information and we will mail this out to you. All right, congratulations. I'm so excited. That's our first winner. All right. Now, let me show you again. I'm sorry. I get so excited about continuing on here. So my neat trimming, if you all did not hear my PSA earlier, I said you're not allowed to laugh at my trimming skills because I'm trying to do it quickly and talk and pick winners. Okay, so we trimmed tight to the top, tight on the bottom all the way around, and then leaving a 1/2 inch seam allowance on both sides. And again, one of my sides is more than a 1/2 inch, but that's okay. All right, now we get to the fun part. This is choosing our colors for our embroidery. Okay, let me change out my threads here. And I have some really pretty corals to go with my navy blue. I felt like this was great for springtime fun over here. So I have different corals. I apologize, my arm's in the way. I hope everybody got all their holiday projects done and there are no UFOs, unfinished projects. All right, yes, that's what we tell people. Oh, I finished everything. But we just roll over those projects to the next. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to thread my needle. Again, chit-chatting over here. But yes, but lots of new projects. If you I did it again. I can't. Let me not talk. Let me say 0 things. And we're rocking and rolling. Okay. So we at Anita Good Design this year, 2021, is going to be an incredible year. So we have some really fun projects planned. We are kind of really expanding how much we are going to be able to get to you all live and in person, because I know we've had a lot of positive feedbacks with the live stitch outs. So if make sure you're connected with us. If you go to our webpage at the very bottom on the main page, you can enter your email so that way you kind of get all the alerts as to what we're doing here at Anita Good Design, our sales, our live stitch outs. But there's some great projects coming out. I hope everybody's loving their all access. If you're our all access members, yay! Okay, I know we have had just so much positivity coming from you all and support. So I can't say thank you enough from me and the team, because the team's not here. Elise says thank you too. She's back here. But for everybody else who's not in this room with us. And while this is stitching, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add one other collection on sale as a flash sale. All right, so here it is. I'm going to add this great, because again, it's the beginning. Oops, okay, I'm keeping you in suspense because now I'm changing my thread. Hold. No, so I know it's the beginning of the year and we like to always make things for our house, for home decor, some seasonal things. So I'm going to put one of our collections on sale, and it is going to be called, or it is called, Seasonal Lace Centerpiece. Okay, this collection came out in November of 2019. So if you were an all access member then, you have this already. But I made some samples for you, and I want you to see how beautiful these are. So here's just two that come in this collection, okay? So this one I made because Valentine's is coming up, and we have people we love in our lives that we want to make these for, or we want to decorate our houses with it. So this is just it's a freestanding lace heart, okay? But what we have done is we've added layers of organza in here, so it's not completely sheer, so that's why it kind of has a little bit of a pink hue. You can see it over my machine over here. All right, here's this one, and March is right around the corner, right? We're in January, that covers February. Look how cute this is, a shamrock. All right, so all different seasonal pieces in here. There's leaves, there's flowers, there's a whole bunch of different designs, something for every season. And in this package, we also show you, not only can you use these kind of singular like this, but we show you how to connect them together. You can make garland with them. You can make a really pretty table centerpiece. So if you connected like your heart and you did all the little hearts kind of in a circle and connected oops, I'm out of frame. There we go. The little tip of the heart, you can make an entire centerpiece for your table. You can put a candle in the middle, whatever you want to do with it. So this collection is normally $34.95. I have my cheat sheet down here. $34.95. I'm putting it on sale for you all for 50% off. 50% off. And again, that is a flash sale, so it's going to last only until 11:59 p.m. tonight. You can find it on our website. Again, it is called Seasonal Lace Centerpiece. So it is a project collection. It came out in November of 2019. So if you are all access, then you have that. But look how cute these are. Oops. Right? The luck of the Irish over here, and then a little love. So together it's perfect. Okay? All right. So you have something that you can shop for, right? Well, thank you all. Look at everyone's, it's beautiful. I'm glad you're excited. Okay. Now, my design, I'm going to keep going. So now it's telling me I have to stitch Keep Calm and Sanitize. So that one more time, I'm going to switch my thread. Okay, here we go. Isn't this just the cutest? I mean, really, and it's a great way to passively aggressively tell somebody to calm down. Right? There you go. But yeah, we have these. Everybody at work has been making these. So, and giving them, we gave some stocking stuffers away to some friends and family, and lots of people can use these. So it turns your kind of bland, maybe not so cute sanitizer bottle into something really fun. And then again, we're adding that loop, and I'll tell you when, not yet. We're adding that ribbon loop so that these can hook onto keys or, you know, anything if you're somebody who maybe likes to carry them around your neck, depending on maybe your profession or what you're doing, then you can have these as well. Oh, I'm glad you think these are nice and fun. I'm so sorry for any faces that I'm making. The computer is in front of me, and it is a struggle for me to read this. I think I need to see my eye doctor. Oh, but everybody's loving different ones. So again, if you're joining us, let me show you some of these while it stitches. This one actually matches my shirt. I might take this with me. Ooh, look at that, matches my shirt. It says spread kindness, not germs. So these are all other designs that come in the same collection. Here's your little unicorn. They're so cute. This is another one. I like it. Keeping it clean since COVID-19. And again, you're going to use that same back design. So when you open up your collection, there's only one design for the back, and you'll use that same one for all of them. And then you're going to make your your front. So some really cute little plants. And what's great too is if you're making a bunch of these, if you're going to give these as gifts, really what you can do is make all your backs first. You can make a bunch of your backs first, and then you can go ahead and make your fronts, because then you just attach the back. So lots of good things that you could do with this, and they really are. They're not that long. I think the back stitch out is roughly around 5 to 7 minutes. This front stitch out, now specifically this one because of the embroidery, is only about 10 minutes. What takes a long time, of course, here is the instruction, and then that time does not include your trimming and the on and off portion of this project as well. So tell me some of the projects while we're stitching here. What are you working on? Or what's your 2021 list? What's top on your list to complete from Anita Good Design? What is everybody working on? Tell me. I need some inspiration. I don't know what I want to do next. Okay? I don't know what I want to do next. Oh, you're welcome. Miss Karen just got her flash sale purchase. I am so excited. You're going to love these. They're beautiful. And then, like I said, we added layers of organza in between just to add a little zhuzh. But what's really fun is you can add as many layers as you want. So if you want a more like permanent or like a little bit more strong color from that organza, you can put more layers. It's fantastic. So I really think you're going to love that collection. Ooh, a landscape bag. Ooh, I love the landscape bags, Miss Sharon. I'm with you on that. Your list is very long, Kimberly. I hear you. I feel like there's just not enough time. People say it to me all the time. They're like, now I bought the designs and I bought my fabric, but who do I buy more time from? And I'm telling you, if you figure it out, you let me know, because I need more time as well. Okay, so my design is all finished here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now flip to the back of the hoop. I'm reading. And trim, Velcro. I want to make sure I'm not missing my loop-de-loop here. Nope. Okay. So now it is time for us to add the back fabric. Okay. So I'm going to take my piece of back fabric. I'm going to tape. So we're still not adding the ribbon yet. That's what I was looking for, because I know we're all like anxious and excited. We don't want to miss that step. And I'm going to tell you, before I go live, I always run these, make sure I have all the tips and tricks down and make sure I'm telling you everything I'm supposed to. And I thought in my head, I need to make sure to not forget the ribbon, because that's easy to do. All done there. So let me show you. Sorry. There we go. Up here. So you can see now I have my fabric on. I have my tape on the top and the bottom. Smooth it down. Make sure nothing peels up when you place this in your machine, because sometimes that fabric likes to fold down on us, plays tricks on us sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to put my foot down, and now all I'm doing is I'm attaching the back fabric to the front fabric. Oh, the glitter bags. Miss Michelle, you're working on those? I love those. How fun are those projects? I love it. Love it. Okay, so we have our back fabric. It's tacking down here. Okay. Oh, I am glad you are loving your all access, Miss Heather. I am with you. I love that all access. If you all don't know about all access and you're interested, you can always go to our webpage. We talk about it there. We have a customer experience team. They're super helpful as well. All right, so here we go. Let me show you what I got here. So this is the back. It's hard to see. You can kind of see it's attached. Okay, I'm going to trim the same way as I did the front. I'm going to trim tight to the top, very tight to the bottom, all the way around it. I'm backwards, and then leaving that 1/2 inch seam allowance on the left and the right. And again, your directions tell you all of this. Okay, and that's what's great. If you are new to us and you've never read our directions before, if we do it in order to have a successful project, we tell you to do it. Okay, we're not trying to like keep any secrets and make our projects look great and yours not so much. Okay, we are as transparent as we can and share as many tips and tricks as we can in our directions, and that's why we have directions 2 ways. So we have those numbered steps. Those tell you every single thing you need to do and when you need to do it. And then the pictured steps give you tips and tricks as you are creating your project and a visual. Because we know too, we're all different types of learners. Some of us need the visual help. Some of us just want the very clear-cut step-by-step direction. So there's something for everybody. So I am trimming here. Again, trimming tight to that top and that bottom. And just always keep that in your brain that you're leaving that seam allowance, because even I just now am guilty of almost, thank goodness I caught myself, almost trimming off the left and the right, because we just like those clean trims. All right, so you're gonna leave 1/2 inch seam allowance on the left and the right, just like you did on the back and here on the front. Let me show you. Here is my trimming. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's put this, nope, not yet, not back in yet. I'm getting excited here. All right, so the next step is, yes, I'm putting it in, is the placement stitch for my Velcro. So this is the other piece of the Velcro here. So I'm gonna put my hoop down, my foot down. I'm gonna just run my placement stitch. And now I'm placing the hook, which I had, I moved it. This is why I give myself extra. Okay, so I'm now going to place the hook side of my Velcro. And that is going to be, again, the hook is the crispy side, right? A little bit rougher. And then the loop is the soft side. So I've already put the loop down on the first one on the back. Okay, so now I'm going to place this on the back of the hoop here. Oh boy. All right. So I'm going to place this right side up. Okay. Now this one I have to tape because it is being attached on the back of the hoop. All right. So your hook is going on the back of the hoop. Don't do what I just did. Right. I saw that placement stitch on the front and I almost placed it on the front of the hoop. But your directions tell you on the back of your hoop, add your Velcro. Okay. So this is it here. So now here's my Velcro. I'm on the back of the hoop. This is my front. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put it through. Again, make sure it doesn't move. Make sure it's in place. I'm kind of smoothing it around here, making sure it is where it needs to be. All right, here we go. Lots of people still working on projects. Anytime you make something, please, please, please make sure that you send us in pictures. You can send them through Facebook. You can send them and email them into our customer experience team. We just love to see what you create. We love when people are making our designs but using their own colors and fabrics. But we love it when you use ours too. Those are always just suggestions. And we just love to see your masterful finished pieces. All right, so now I have attached my the hook of my Velcro to the back of the hoop. I'm now trimming just like I did before. Again, you want to get as close as you can without popping any of those stitches because there is no satin stitch. Nothing else is going to come in to hold that Velcro down. So if you pop any of those stitches, you know, you do risk the possibility of that Velcro, you know, coming loose after some usage. Okay.
All right, we have a few little questions.
Okay, we have some questions. Yes.
Somebody just wants the difference between the hook and the loop again.
Yes. Okay, so the question is if I can explain the hook and the loop again, and I'm more than happy to. Okay, the loop part is the softer part. When you feel your two parts of your Velcro, the loop is softer. The hook is crispier. That's the only, or like more textured, rougher. But that's the only way I can explain it texture-wise. It makes a little bit more of a noise when you touch it. And again, just so you know, if it says put the hook down and you put the loop down, for this project, it's okay. You just want to make sure you use two opposites, okay? Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Other
we
question.
have another one saying, what machine are you using?
So I am using the Baby Lock Solaris. It is a wonderful, wonderful machine. We use lots of different machines here at Anita Good Design. This is just the one that we're using right now on camera. But please know, especially if you're new to us, when we send you or when you purchase your designs in your collections, we send you every single file for whatever machine that you may have. So if you own a Brother and you buy a design, we don't only send you the PES, we'll send you whatever it is that you need, or they all come. So that way if you change machines one day, then you'll have everything. More questions?
Another one is asking what kind of tape are you using?
I am using the Floriani pink embroidery tape. That's the question. What kind of tape am I using? Floriani pink embroidery tape. We really like this here at Anita Good Design. It just works really well on the fabrics and any type of notions. And what's great too is, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's reusable. It stays pretty sticky. So I've been using the same 3 pieces of tape for this entire project. And we just found that painter's tape, we used to use it because it was inexpensive, but the painter's tape tends to like peel off. It doesn't hold everything down the way we'd like it to. Okay, any more questions, Elise?
Let's look So I think those were some big ones.
Okay, fantastic.
What?
All right, so here, oh, do you have any more? No?
Just later on.
Okay, perfect.
Maybe.
All right, so now we're getting to the point, let me show you the back. Again, you got your Velcro there, okay? Now, we're getting to the point where we need to place the ribbon, okay? So here's the ribbon part. Here's the ribbon part, okay? The loop for who's asking, the loop part of the Velcro is the soft part. Loop is soft, hook is the hard part. So think of hook and hard, okay? We're getting ready to add our little piece of ribbon. Now, when
we have 2 questions asking, repeat the name of the tape.
Oh, repeat the name of the tape. Okay, it is Floriani Pink Embroidery Tape. Floriani Pink Embroidery Tape. All right, so now I'm going to have to do a close-up here. Let's see. And I got to catch my lighting. So over here, it's kind of hard to see. There we go. I'm going to get real close up. I'm on the front, right, where my embroidery is. Over here to the left is a very tiny placement stitch for your ribbon. I know it's a little out of focus, but I need to get close for you. All right, and it's in my blue. Okay, it's in my blue thread. So what we're going to do here is this is where we place our ribbon. Now for this, what you want to do is fold the ribbon in half. So I have my ribbon. Okay, I have a little thread that will drive me bananas. So let me go ahead and cut that off. Okay, that is our perfectionist in us. There we go. I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to place the raw edge on the outside. So let me show you this, okay? Because I'm going to show you this now, and then I have to put it down to tape it. So this is my raw edge. The raw edge is going on the outside, and you want to put your loop on the inside. Because remember, we're flipping this project right side out. So once we flip it, the loop will be on the outside. But right now, again, raw edge on the outside. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this down and tape it. And your directions tell you that. Okay. So make sure you're reading your directions. And I'm going to just put my little piece of tape outside of the hoop. Or I'm sorry, not outside of the hoop. Woo! Outside of that tack down line. So you can see exactly how I'm taping it. Let me show you. Okay, so that's my ribbon. That's my ribbon. The tape is outside. I'm on the opposite side here. Here we go. The tape is on the outside. I have my, underneath the tape is the ragged edge, and then the loop is on the inside of that tack down stitch. All right. Now, we now have to bring back our friend. Okay, we have to bring back our friend, which is our, oh, I'm not there yet. I forgot my satin stitch. Let's run that. Look at, I'm getting so excited about the ribbon. Then the satin stitch. I got excited about my ribbon. Take the ribbon off, hold it to the side. Let's run our satin stitch. See, this is why you need, right? We typically stitch by ourselves so we can focus. Oh, here we go. Satin stitch. So this is going to give me the satin stitch for the top and the bottom, finishing and making it look really beautiful. It will also help if I change my thread. So see, when you all make your mistakes and you get embarrassed to tell us that you made mistakes, don't. We all do it, right? We all kind of get moving. We get grooving. We're feeling confident. We forget to read the directions, and whoop, all of a sudden we forgot the satin stitch. So don't feel bad. And while this satin stitch is running, Miss Elise, I think it might be time for some more prizes.
Well,
what do you think?
Why
all right.
not?
Why not? Okay. So we are going to give away some prizes. So right now my satin stitch is running. Okay. It is running on the top and the bottom. It's going to be a really beautiful stitch that finishes off. That's why you have kind of that trim that comes close to the top and the bottom. Then after that, holy mollies, I got so excited. After that is when we're adding our ribbon and the back fabric, okay? So my mistake, I apologize. Okay, so people don't even want to hear what I'm saying. You just want more prizes. So, okay. All right, you ask and you shall receive. So I feel like it is the beginning of a new year, and I know a lot of you are going to start some new quilting projects. So I'm going to give away one of my favorites. It is called Quilting 123. I know there's a little bit of a glare. It is a premium collection. So this collection retails for $179. It is build your own block in the hoop. Okay, it's called Quilting 123. So as I talk about this, I want you to type 123 in there. Okay, we're going to do number themes today. 1, 2, 3. So this is Quilting 123. This is a build your own block collection. So what you do with this one is you build, you choose your background stitches. So it might be stippling, it could be decorative design, it could be free motion. And then you add, using your machine, you then add a design that goes in the middle, whatever you'd like, your embroidery design. And then you also add your embroidery frame. So you really are building your own blocks. It is phenomenal. My machine just decided to take a break. Let's see what happens here. We might be out of bobbin. So keep adding that 1, 2, 3 in there. Okay, keep adding that 1, 2, 3 for that Quilting 1, 2, 3 collection. I just need to check my machine, do a little surgery here, because I think, there we go. Okay, we're good. It's a running. It just needed a quick break. I was working it too hard here. There we go. Okay. And we are almost ready for a winner. So keep adding your 1, 2, 3s in. But this is a great collection. The reason I'm picking this collection, now I'm going to tell you a secret, and I'm not supposed to tell you a secret. Okay? I'm not supposed to tell you what I'm going to tell you. But for those of you that have been with us for a long time, we have a brand new 1, 2, 3 collection coming out in February. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Elise, I'm gonna just dangle that carrot because I'm wearing kind of an orangey red shirt, so I look like a carrot today. So,
all right.
Do we have a winner?
Our winner, Quilting 1, 2, 3, is Miss Eugenia Cook.
Miss Eugenia Cook, you are the winner of Quilting 1, 2, 3. Miss Eugenia, congratulations. Oh, I'm excited for you. You are gonna love this premium collection, especially if you are a quilter or you've never quilted but you need a good design way. I am really excited. Okay, Miss Eugenia, if you will, hop on, once we're all done, hop on Messenger and just give us your mailing address. We will get that out to you ASAP. Okay, now, yes, so at those of you who did hear me correctly, we have a brand new 1, 2, 3 collection coming out in February. And I can't tell you anything else. That is as much as I'm allowed to tell you. But this is like hot to trot. I am so excited. If you are not familiar with our 1, 2, 3 system, you're gonna love it. It's just a way for you to customize your quilts. We have Quilting 1, 2, 3. We had Autumn 1, 2, 3, Christmas 1, 2, 3. We have tons. We have Radio 1, 2, 3. So lots and lots of good stuff. Okay, friends. Now that I have my head on straight, okay, I am now going to, here we go, add on my loop. All right. I'm so excited about this. So now I'm adding on my loop, my ribbon, okay? I want to put it, there we go. And it is now time to put your back on, okay? So with this, we're going to put it right on front. There we go. We're going to put it right on front, okay? What you want to do is you want to line up your tack down stitches on the back with your tack down stitches on your front, and then of course your top and your bottom. All right, so I'm going to line it up more perfectly so I can really take a look, but that's ideally what you're doing here. Oh. Let me double check. I promise you I made this before. Let me make sure I'm instructing you correctly. Okay, with the Velcro side facing down, all right, so that's my Velcro. You can see it here. I'm gonna face it down and add it this way, okay? So Velcro in, that's how you wanna tape it, because again, we're flipping this right side out once it's all connected, all right? So I have to put this down so I can line it up correctly and tape it correctly. So I apologize you can't see that part, but you'll all be able to understand when you're lining yours up too. Okay, now don't forget, I added that ribbon in there, okay, and that loop. And what I always like to tell people too is if you feel like you're someone who's like, I don't want the loop, then just omit that part. You definitely don't have to do it. We like to give you different ideas, different tips, different tricks, things that you can do with this and how you can make them, but you absolutely do not need to add that ribbon loop if you don't feel like it, or if you forget your ribbon, then you forget your ribbon. That's okay. No problema. All right, and then this is also, just so you all know, we're adding this on the top of the hoop. We are not working on the back of the hoop. Okay, and I like to place my tape, and I'll show you this. Outside, okay, outside, I want you to see the light of the tack down stitches, because I don't want, there's going to be a satin stitch that comes in. It will tack this from the top, the back of this to the front. It will tack down and then add a satin stitch. So what you don't want is the satin stitch to go into the tape. Not because there's anything wrong with it, it won't hurt it, but what it will do is cause you to have to pick out all the pink tape. All right, so we are good to go. I'm going to put this in. Okay, it is going to tack it down in place, and then it's going to run that satin stitch. I don't know, it's tacking, attach the front design to the back, then remove the tape. Okay, so while that's running, I'm going to just go over a couple things with you all. Okay, hand sanitizer pouches. This is the collection that we are working on right now. It just came out in January of 2021, so it's in this month's all access. If you didn't pick yours up yet, don't buy it again. Okay, you already have it. And then it is going to, and then we have our seasonal lace centerpiece. That's my flash sale item. That is from November 2019's all access, and it's a project collection. It is regularly priced for $34.95, but it is 50% off today. Okay, and both of these sales end at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So just make sure that you hop on the computer, you know, as soon as you can if you want to purchase these at the discounted value, because they do go away. Okay. Some other things going on. So we are going to have a new or another stitch out next Wednesday. Okay, and that is the felt drink markers. And we will post all that information for you. So don't feel like you need to know that right now. As always, we will email you all. We'll post it on our website. But I know a lot of you have really been enjoying these Wednesday live stitch outs. So we will be back next Wednesday. It will be another educator. It will not be myself, but more than likely you will hear this voice in the background, because I'll probably be assisting with it. Okay, are we ready for this? Are we ready for this unveiling? We're done. Our front and our back is complete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you as much as I can. I'm going to rip off my tape. Okay, there we go. Now, again, for live purposes, I'm not going to wash this. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim to my 1/2 inch seam allowance on the sides. Okay, and then I'm going to trim as close as I can up here without popping stitches, and around the bottom, and then we'll flip it out, and I'm going to show you what our finished piece looks like. Like, how great are these? I just think they're adorable, and everybody's carrying sanitizer these days, so it allows us to kind of decorate them. We love our little sassy ones. And while I'm cutting and trimming this, I'm going to do one last prize. So I'm going to give away my stitch out here today, the blue one that says stay calm and sanitize. I'm going to give away this one. I'm going to also give away, these are my 3 favorite. That's why I'm giving these ones away. Keeping it clean since COVID-19, and also spread kindness, not germs. So one person is going to receive these 3 sanitizer pouches from me. So let's write no germs. No germs. That's going to be our word. That's our theme of 2021. No germs. So type that in, somebody at random. I'm going to mail these to you. Okay, and you'll get these little cute sanitizers pouches made from me. All right, so we are trimming. Okay. Keep it going. Trim, trim, trim. Lots of people, no germs. Lots of people are on board. No germs. Okay. And as I said earlier, just make sure if you are not getting emails from us, make sure that you are synced up. Just go to our homepage at anitagooddesign.com. You can add your email there. You'll receive daily emails from us just with different sales going on, different projects that we're doing, different lives, everything that we have going on. We are on all social media platforms as well. We're on Facebook and on Instagram and on Pinterest. So you can really find us any way you'd like, okay? Lots of good things going on. Like I said, 2021 for us, we had a big planning meeting at the end of the year, and we have some really cool things coming up this year. So make sure you stay tight with us, okay? All right, so this is what my trimmed out, here we go, let me do it this way, sanitizer pouch looks like. Now, normally at this point is when you would want to take your if you're using wash away stabilizer, your sponge or your Q-tip, use hot water, and you just want to touch the sides. You want to touch the top, kind of get rid of that. Now you're going to see it here when I flip it, which is okay. But that's what you want to do, and then leave it out to dry. Now, right side out, so I have to flip it. It is really easy, I promise. It's always harder when you all are watching live, just because, you know, why not? And one more second on no germs, so get those in so I can mail you one of 3 of my favorite sanitizer packs. Holders here, little pouches. I'm calling them packs, but pouches. And here we go. Look how cute this is. Now, again, it'll look better once it's all clean and I get my stabilizer away. Do we have a winner, Miss Elise?
We sure do.
Ooh, who's our winner?
Miss Peggy Ann Abram.
Miss Peggy Ann Abram. Miss Peggy Ann, I'm going to send you some of my sanitizer pouches. I am so excited. All right, so if you will just message us on Facebook or email us at customerexperience@anitagooddesign.com, we will get these mailed out to you. So here we go. So here's my holder. Look, I have my hook and my loop, my Velcro over here, so it holds it in. My little ribbon has popped out over here as well, so if I want to hook my keys on it. So it's so cute, isn't it? Look at you all. I love it. You guys are excited. I'm excited. Keep calm and sanitize, my friends. Okay, so we are done. Oh my goodness, time flies. What time is it? 2:48. Wow, we've been here for a minute. Thank you again so much for all of you who have joined me today. I love this. It is so fun. It is great. Even though I can't see your faces in person, I feel like it's like an event and I get to see you all and laugh with you all. Thank you for dealing with me and what I'm calling my leftover holiday brain. We're just getting things rolling here. We had the office closed for a couple days and just came back Monday. So thank you for hanging in there with me. And get online, anitagooddesign.com. Make sure you get your sanitizer pouches. These are $10 off until the end of today. And then also the, I have to read it, seasonal lace centerpieces. That one's 50% off. Okay, so get on that website, anitagooddesign.com. Get your new collections. You all, thank you so much. I hope 2021 is really off to a grand start for you all. At least we know we have good projects here, right? All right, thank you for being just connected with Anita Good Design. Thank you from everybody here. Thank you from Steve Wilson. And tune in next Wednesday, same time, 1:30 Eastern time, PM. New educator, new project, and we'll be stitching together. Okay, bye everybody, take care.